Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. There's a trend on YouTube that I've been seeing everywhere. It is American makeup versus makeup. Today I'm going to do American makeup versus Turkish makeup. I haven't seen it anywhere, so this is going to be the first video of American makeup versus Turkish makeup. I'm gonna do my best to kind of express the trends on my face, so I'm really excited to do this video and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Without further ado, let's get into this video. I'm gonna start with prepping my skin on both sides. I'm gonna start with this Inky List Hyaluronic Acid Serum. For moisturizer, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Age Perfect Hydra Nutrition Cream. This is a really thick cream, so if you do have dry skin, you're going to love it. I'm going to start with my eyes as always. I like to do this because in case there's any fallout of anything, shadow or glitter, I just wipe everything off with a little wipe and you're good to go. You have a clean base. Also, eye cream, very important. I'm using the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with avocado. It is very thick and rich, just like how I'm trying to be in life. So I'm going to start with priming my eyes on both sides, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I'm going to set my base on the Turkish side with a little bit of loose setting powder, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder in vanilla. And I'm going to leave this side wet because that's kind of like the trend here. And I'm going to build up using bright colors on top of it, so I need my base wet. On my very inner corner, I'm going to be using this Mio Makeup Neon Pigment. On the American side, obviously, I'm doing more bright colors, neons. I'm gonna do a cut crease as well. But on the Turkish side, it's gonna be more subtle, more soft glam, because they don't usually do these colors, or they don't usually go for cut creases. They just like to keep everything more natural. But on this side, I'm gonna go in. On the American side, I'm gonna be using this huge palette by Norvina, and this is their Volume 2 palette, and it is full of blues and greens. I'm going to be using color B2. Right on top of that, I'm going to be using C2. I feel like I need a little bit of pink to connect these two colors, and I'm going to be using D3 for that. I don't know if it's because this eyeshadow palette blends really easily or I'm over blending my shadows, but it's like kind of patchy when I first do it and then I go over the colors. So I'm going to go over B2 one more time to kind of emphasize the color more. Next, I'm dipping in D5 to deepen my crease. I'm going to connect the neon color on my inner brow bone to the navy blue using D3 again. I'm going to clean up my crease before cutting it using a wipe. And I'm going to cut that crease using the Anastasia Eye Primer. Next, I'm going to be using D4. I'm going to cut my crease again and do a double cut crease. I'm going to use D3 as my base. And I'm going to use a really small precision brush to kind of get into the crevices. Next, I'm going to be using this color E2. Next, I'm going to use D5, which is the navy blue in the palette. I'm going to use this as a liner. And also, don't worry, we're going to clean this area up. It's not going to look like that because that looks crazy right now. I'm done with this side for now. I'm going to do the lashes later. And for the Turkish side, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty new nude palette. This is the perfect soft glam palette. Look at it. Bridal colors and more bridal colors. I'm going to start with this shade right here. And this is going to be my transition shade. Now I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner, but I'm going to try my best not to go heavy-handed with my wing because normally I go for like a wing, but I have to keep it subtle because in Turkey, they don't really use that huge wing. So I'm just going to keep it more natural. Fingers crossed. In Turkey, they love black eyeliner in the waterline too, so let's not forget that. You know what's an art but it's never talked about? Finding the makeup item that you're looking for in a pile of makeup. It's not easy, and I've mastered it. Just saying. Now it's time for the foundation primer, and on both sides I'm going to use the same thing because my skin needs hydration. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. For the past couple of videos, for some reason, I've been saying hydrating. I'm like, I'm a true fob. The fobness never went away. I've been here in the States for 8 years and still a fob. Still a fob. On the American side, I'm going to be using an orange corrector, and they don't usually go for correctors back home. There are people that use correctors, but it's not like the usual trend. They just don't like extra products. They just want to keep everything as natural as possible. On the American side, I'm going to be using a full coverage foundation, and for that I'm going to be using Maybelline Superstay foundation. This is in the shade 120. It's one of my favorite full coverage foundations. It stays all day long, does not crack, does not bend, doesn't do anything. It just stays there. It just stays. It just covers all of your past mistakes, all of your relationships that you regret. Of course, gotta bring it down to the neck. Gonna bring it down, gonna bring it down, gonna bring it down to the neck. Not every single American does their makeup like this, but this is the makeup that's trending in the makeup community. Obviously, this is not how everyone does their makeup, but this is how the trend is, you know, bright colors, cut crease, double cut crease. And on the Turkish side of my face, I'm gonna be using another Maybelline foundation. This is actually one of my favorite foundations of all time. Actually, this is probably my favorite foundation, and this is more of a medium coverage foundation, definitely not as full coverage as Superstay. You're gonna see it on my face too. Wish it was sponsored. It's not sponsored. I just love Maybelline's complexion products. They just work amazing on my skin. So if you're looking for a medium coverage foundation with a satin finish, this is the one. What I usually do is I mix these two foundations and I just get the most beautiful full coverage, but like still looks like skin kind of finish, even though these are the same exact colors. The Superstay kind of oxidizes. I don't mind it because I kind of go a shade darker than my own skin color. If I use a foundation that matches me perfectly, I look like a ghost. They don't usually go ham with concealer in Turkey either, so I'm just going to cover under my eyes with this foundation. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer, but not a full coverage concealer again, which is going to be a struggle. On my American side, I'm going to be using this Huda Beauty concealer in Marshmallow, which is my favorite concealer. As you guys can tell, it's almost gone, and it is amazing. Full coverage, erases everything. Again, what I like. Look at that. Past 5 years, gone. Amazing. And this is when I lost my audio. So I use the same concealer in the shade Whipped Cream. Now on the Turkish side, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible Concealer in Classic Ivory. Now I'm going to contour the left side of my face using the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks and Amber. Contour that cheek, contour that forehead, contour that nose. Now I'm going to blend that cheek and the nose contour. I'm going to bake my under eye on the left side. Then I'm going to lightly set my right under eye using a little bit of Maybelline Loose Setting Powder. I'm going to set the rest of my face using the same powder, but lightly again. I'm baking right under my contour so it can be super sharp. Then I'm going to set my contour using my Fenty Beauty in the Sun Bronzer. They don't really use blush a lot in Turkey, so I'm just going to use this bronzer by Physicians Formula as blush and bronzer. However, in the States, people love a good blush, including myself. Look how cute! I'm doing my left brow how I usually do it. Super arch, fill all the way towards the end, but keep the middle natural, and then brush it out. And on the right side, they love a straight brow in Turkey, so that's exactly how I did it. This part was so hard for me because I had to keep my highlight very subtle on the right side. And for some reason, I left my left side highlight for the end of the video. And as you probably got the gist, I'm using a natural looking lip liner on the right side. And you guessed it, I'm using a dark brown lip liner on the left side. And for the lipstick, I'm using a nude matte liquid lipstick on the right side. But on the left side, I'm going to be super extra with a lip gloss. Finally, for the left side, I'm going to be using Jeffree Star's Supreme Frost in Diamond Wet so I can be seen from space. And I'm going to have a little bit of heart attack. So I just checked my footage in my laptop and I noticed that my audio was silent for like 7 clips. So that's great. Life grips. I have to do a voiceover, so I'm just letting you guys know. Trying not to be annoyed. Ended up adding a little bit of glitter on my inner corner. This is the final look. I'm so happy I filmed this video. I had so much fun and I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. And if you made it this far, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button right below. See you in the next video. Bye.